Hi everyone, it's Paula from PSA Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. Today I am going to make a Valentine's Day wreath using a 12-inch frame. This particular frame I picked up at Walmart, I believe. This is the tag. I believe you can also, I've got them at Dollar General as well. So Walmart, Dollar General, they're about $1.75. Obviously, the 14-inch one from the Dollar Tree is a better price. But since I'm going to be using a smaller sign, I decided to use a smaller frame so that the sign doesn't get lost in. Although, you know, this is a pretty big, let me think about it, guys, because this is a pretty big sign, especially if I'm going to do a bow as well. I mean, if I was going to just put this in the middle and not do a bow, but my plan was actually to do a bow. So let me grab a 14-inch one. Hold on. Okay, here's a 14-inch one. Ideally, my design still works. This is a black frame, so I guess during Halloween, this might be, it looks like it was during the fall. They had black ones. That's when I picked this one up. So this sign is a metal sign. This was one of those stake signs I actually picked up from the Dollar Tree. I just removed the stake itself, so the metal pole, and it's a decent size. It is width-wise, with the hearts and everything, it's about 7 inches, and height-wise, it's about 9 inches in height. So it's a decent size. I have this hole punch here that goes through metal. It's 1.5 millimeter, so it makes a 1.5 millimeter little hole. So I'm going to punch that, and then I'm going to use this wire that I have, floral wire. This is a 26 gauge, so it's not super thick and strong. So I may double it up just to make sure that it doesn't break, but this is the only wire I can find at the moment. I also have my wire cutters, my scissors, my rotary cutter. I have this pink mesh, and then I have black mesh. These are open packs, so I was trying just to use it. The pink is not an open pack. I'm playing around with colors today with this particular wreath because why not, right? So I have my pipe cleaners. It's not the same pink, but that's okay because I'm actually going to cut them this time instead of curling them. And then for the ribbons, I have a combination of these. I'm not going to obviously use all these for the ribbon tails, but I will try to use all these for the bow that I'm going to do. So again, I'm really going out of my norm or comfort zone as far as color combinations, but all these colors are actually in the sign. We have red, we have black, we have pink, we have purple. So they're all here in the sign. So I thought, why not give it a whirl? And even though they're different pinks, for example, this is obviously a much lighter pink, and this, oh, these are pipe cleaners, so we'll be able ideally to hide these. I still think it's going to look, oh, good. All right, that was a lot said. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start by putting in, I think I'm going to do 12 pipe cleaners. Let's do 12 pipe cleaners. So I'm going to do 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. And normally when I do 12, I do I use one roll and do what they call the pancake wreath. So it's a lower profile wreath. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. So I'm going to do 12, but I'm going to do, my pink is going to be cut a little bit longer. And then my blacks, I'm not sure. I probably will, I don't know. I'll see what I'm going to do with the blacks. It may just be a curl for the black, or it may be a ruffle. So it just depends on what I feel like doing. So I'm just going around the frame and hitting every single crossbar on the outer. And then on the inner, I'm just going to do in between, in the middle of each section, I'm going to do one. So that's going to give me 12 total. This video probably will be fast forwarded, or we'll have a lot of parts where it's fast forwarded because I haven't prepped anything. So in order to not make the video super duper long, I'm just going to fast forward through the parts where it's just repetitive. For example, cutting the mesh. I will let you know how long I cut it, but I won't necessarily be in regular motion. Okay, I have my pipe cleaners all done. So this is, let's see, let's do some math. I'm gonna put this aside. So 10 yards, I believe, is 360 inches. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do math here. Okay guys, so the math is 360 inches. That's how many 10 yards is. So okay, that was a struggle. But I got 12 pieces of 30 inches. Now for the black, stop. I didn't want to change or move this or remove it from the video, but I decided to do a style change. So I'm going to fast forward through this because I ended up not using this style and these cuts, and you will see the actual style and cuts that I used later in the video. So I'm going to move this over. I think I'm good with doing the ruffle. So I'm going to bend it under, and then just find the middle, join my thumbs together, and then just ruffle. Now, I don't know if I want to do it like this or like this. Let's do it like this and see how that design looks. So I'm just going to do that around the entire frame, and then I will be back. Okay, so we are done with the base, as you can see. So now we just need to figure out what do we want to do with the ruffles. I mean, with the black mesh. Once again, I'm going to fast forward through this piece because I ended up changing the style and design using the black mesh. You will see later in the video. So as I'm looking at the design, I'm seeing that the black is completely overpowering the wreath. So after all this work, I'm going to go in and change it. And that's what happens. So that's okay. So my idea is I'm going to take out my ruffles, and I'm actually going to cut the mesh to 10 inches. And it's okay. This is what happens. Sometimes you don't like how the design looks. And it might have looked okay once I had the ribbon and everything on it, but I didn't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to 10 inches. So you should have, well, now I'm going to have extra mesh. And I'm going to do curls. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the entire frame, and I'm going to cut what was originally cut to 20 inches in length. I'm going to cut the black to 10 inches, and then I'm going to do 10-inch curls in each pipe cleaner. So we'll be back. Hey guys, all right, so I'm done with that. Now let's go ahead and put the ribbons on, which I need to cut them. So I think we will do these two to break up a little bit of the pink and the purple. So we need 12 of them, and I'm going to do them at 13 inches because that's what I have in my perfect tails. So with this, you just take the ribbon and you go around as many times as you need ribbon tails. So I need 12, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Take the scissors, cut. Again. Cut again. And we will dovetail them in a little bit. I'm going to do the same with my purple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so to dovetail, you have your ribbon, fold it in half so that the wire edges touch each other, and then you're going to cut at an angle upward. So again, you have your ribbon, fold it so that the two wired ends touch each other, fold up at an angle, that gives you that dovetail. Okay, you're going to take a 2.5, a 1.5, put the 1.5 on top of the 2.5. That's how I do it, at least. Fold it in half. That just helps you find that halfway point pinch it together, and then you have like a little birdie or a bow tie, and then you're just gonna find a pipe cleaner and put it on in there. Tighten it to however you want. And then today I am going to cut off the pipe cleaners. Sometimes I curl them. Today I'm just gonna cut it off. That's it. I'm gonna follow that process around the entire wreath, and then we will return and make the bow, put the sign on, and be done. Okay guys, so here's it. It's done. I know the lighting in here is not doing it very good, but let's put on the sign, which I have not yet wired it. I'm thinking the sign can go down right down here, and then we'll put a bow over here. So if it's going to go down here, I think I'm going to wire it up here and down here. Okay, so I'm just taking these little metal cutters that I have. They're from Speed Walks. I think my husband may have got them on Amazon for me. And I'm just going to puncture a small little hole right there. And see, I don't even know if you can see it. There it is. Like I said, because this is thinner. Oh, jeez, that's not that thing. I'm probably going to double it up. So it should be. Oh, I might not be able to double it up because the hole is so small. Oh, okay. Okay. And I'll cut off any excess wire that I don't need. This is a little tricky because there's a little bump at the back. So I was just lifting this little bump piece right here so I can get the wire through it because that's where I made the hole. Okay. Now I'm going to use my trusty knitting needle. And I'm simply going to put the wire through the knitting needle and then through my mesh. And I'm going to do the same for this side. Okay, now I'm going to flip it because I like where it is. And find my needles, my wire, which is right here. And then I'm going to loop it around at least 2 bars. You can totally do more. not pulling too tight, but tight enough. And then I'm just going to twist it. And because I cut so much wire, I'm going to cut some up, and then I'm going to tuck the wire underneath just so it doesn't pinch anyone's or scratch anyone's door. Okay. Ideally, this is where I like it. I'm going to flip it back over. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but whatever. Okay, got this. Oh, I like how it looks. I was going for different, guys. Remember, different than what I normally do. Now, let's make a bow. Need a bow maker. This guy aside. So I decided to speed up this portion of the video and do a voiceover because I'm not an expert bow maker, but I'm using my easy bow maker and I'm making what they call a funky bow. It may have other names as well. So the loops and the tails go diagonal to each other, and you just continue that same process with as many ribbons as you want to use. I ended up using 3 2.5 and 3 1.5 inch ribbons, and my loops for my 2.5 inch ribbons ended up being 6 inches, and the tails as well. And then for the 1.5 inch ended up being 5 inches. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward through this part, and then we'll get to the point where I am adding the bow to the wreath. And then at the end, I don't dovetail the ends of the tails for the bow. I actually just cut at an angle versus dovetailing. I hope you enjoy. And here you go, guys. All done. I hope you enjoyed this process, this video of making this Valentine's Day wreath. I had tons of fun, even though I had to change out the layout, or the design, but that's okay because that's part of creating things. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hope you consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload any videos. And yeah, I will have a picture of this wreath so that you can see it, maybe a little bit better lighting in its entirety. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day and Happy New Year.